still doing that you have to do. Don't worry.
I started when I was a teenager, when I was 16 years old.
Yeah.
And so I've been riding a very long time. And what inspired me was I had uncles and cousins who rode motorcycles, and even when I was a little kid, when I saw a motorcycle go by on the road, I got really excited, and I always thought, when I'm old enough, I'm gonna have a motorcycle.
Oh my God, nice.
So as soon as I was old enough to ride one and to have one,
Yeah.
I had a motorcycle, and I've had one ever since.
When you start, you remember when you start with your first bike you bought?
Hercules, German bike.
My goodness, nice. I have to looking for that one in internet. Okay, good.
Right now I only have one motorcycle.
Okay.
I usually have two, one for the street, one for the dirt, but I sold one, the street one. So now I only have one Suzuki, the R650.
Why you choose that model?
Actually, I didn't want to choose that one. A friend of mine had one and he was all excited about his, and he said, this is one of the best motorcycles out there.
Yeah.
And you should have one. And he found an ad on it and said, you have to look at this motorcycle. And
Oh
I was
yeah.
very hesitant to buy it. And I bought it anyways. And then I've had it for now 8 years, I think.
8 years you keep it that?
And it has taken me to the ends of the earth.
Oh my
And
God.
I'm very attached to it now. Countries I've ridden in with this motorcycle, I've ridden in the USA, in Canada, I've ridden all the way up to the Arctic Ocean and to Alaska.
Yeah.
I've ridden down to South America. I've ridden in Chile,
what country? Chile.
Argentina, Bolivia,
Some parts of
Peru,
Right.
Ecuador, and Colombia.
Very nice. Very nice.
I cannot pinpoint to one trip. I've had many very memorable trips, and I cannot pinpoint that one is better than the other. My South America trip was definitely a highlight. That's probably one of the best ones. My Alaska trip and going to Tuktoyaktuk.
Wow, I have to go there too.
On the Arctic Ocean, you know, where the people speak still Inuktitut.
Oh my God.
Was very exciting.
It was in Alaska,
But
right?
then that's in the Northwest Territories in
Oh,
Canada,
Canada.
right on the Arctic Ocean. But I've done a trip through China for a few days on the little 150cc Zhongshan
Oh my God.
Himalayas, and that was very memorable. It was slow and cumbersome on a little bike, but it was very exciting.
Nice.
Exotic.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't have one trip that's
Yeah.
out there.
No, but it's good for you because you're
But
riding
it's
long
a
time.
lifestyle, so
Yeah.
there'll be hopefully a few more, maybe many more.
Okay, nice.
That is always, it's difficult.
Telling to us why.
Because motorcycling, it touches your senses. It gives you a thrill, and it's sometimes difficult to put the brakes on the thrill.
Right.
You know, it takes a certain level of maturity and experience to really get the thrill and do it safely.
Right.
And know your own limits. And it's a learning experience. You ride a lot, you learn from your friends, you learn from other people's mistakes, and you make a few of your own, and hopefully they don't turn out too badly.
Yeah, hopefully.
And yeah, but you try not to get to the very limit. You always leave a little bit of extra space for error.
Sweet.
And you have to think, other than in a car where you're in a box, when you're on a bike you're exposed.
Right.
So everyone around you can hurt you.
Yes.
So you have to be aware of every other traffic participant around you, whether it's a pedestrian on the side of the road, a car behind you, in front of you, coming out of a side street, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You have to be aware of everything that goes on around you. That's the only way to keep safe.
Sweet. Okay.
Well, that comes back to the previous point when I said awareness.
Right.
You ride mostly with your peripheral vision, so you know anything that moves, even if it's not on the road, it's on the side of the road. You see it, you're aware of it, you see it. So if some car pulls out in front of you, you have to, that's something you have to consider ahead of time. You
Right.
cannot, on a motorcycle, a lot of people don't see you. You disappear in their dead spot in the car.
Yeah.
You have a narrow profile, so they don't know how fast you're coming towards them. They might take their chance and cross in front of you because they just don't know how fast you are.
Right.
So you have to be aware of everything that's going on all the time and be able to react accordingly if something goes wrong or if something happens. And it does happen all the time.
Oh yeah, all the time. Right.
So it's just the more experience you have and the longer you ride, the greater your awareness after a while.
Right.
And you do not drink and drive because it really cuts down on your responses.
Right.
On your awareness.
Limits you.
So you want to be fit and ride according to your own condition.
Right.
If you're alert and awake, not tired, you can push it a bit harder. If you're tired, you take it easy.
Right. That's it. Sweet.
The first and most important advice is you have to ride your own ride. Do not try to impress anyone, go above your own limits.
Right.
Most of the time you have now very sophisticated motorcycles that can handle a lot more than most riders, even experienced riders, can handle.
Right.
So you are the limit to what you can do and stay within that limit.
Nice.
And if you ride with a group and the other riders are more experienced and faster or whatever,
Right.
do not get carried away. If you cannot keep up, there's no shame in it. There's no
Sweet.
shame in riding your own ride, what you think is safe.
Right.
And if the others want to go faster, let them go. You meet up later.
Yes. Yes, of
You know
course.
where you're going, you meet up later, and then you catch up with each other. Some people think we're crazy, and they're right.
Okay.
There is no misconception, there's just ignorance.
Oh, good point.
People, and I don't mean that in a bad way, people who do not ride just don't understand it. They just don't know any different.
Right.
So they have a hard time understanding some of the things we do, sometimes understanding why we go a certain speed, which
Right.
seems crazy to them, but once we're used to it and we know how to do it safely, it's perfectly normal to us.
Yeah.
And so there's no real misconceptions, it's just they don't understand. They just
Right.
don't know.
Ignorance, right?
You know, it's a certain type of ignorance, and we have to live with that, and we have to know that and be aware of it. One of the benefits of motorcycling is because you have to be so focused and concentrated,
Yes. A lot.
you get into the zone. And when you're riding a motorcycle, you forget everything else.
Right.
Any problems you have in your life, any
Ex-
troubles you have at home, at work, whatever,
Right.
it's out of your head because you're focused on your ride
Exactly.
to have it fun and
Yeah,
safe.
exactly.
To balance the two.
Right, nice.
Once you have the motorcycle bug and you're infected and you have to ride a bike now for the rest of your life,
Yes, of course.
the only thing you can do is you have to find a partner who is supportive of that. If you have a partner who is not supportive of that, it's not going to work.
Right.
Either you have to give up the bike and be miserable for the rest of your life, or your
Sure.
relationship is not going to go too well.
Right.
So you have to find the right partner. So, but yes, you have to be with a person who likes it and who's supportive of it and who understands it,
Right.
passion for it. Otherwise, it's just not going to go well.
Nice. Okay, good.
That's a very difficult question to answer, because whatever your big goal is in your dream, once you've done it, there will be another one coming up.
Yeah, of course. Never
And
stop
you gotta
it.
work on that one.
Exactly.
So the hard part is to balance life and work. Most of us have to work for a living, so you cannot just ride around the world and
Right.
spend money on motorcycle trips, because it's getting expensive.
Exactly.
Even on a cheap
It's
bike
true.
like mine. But yes, but the good thing is it keeps you going, it keeps you young, and you always have something new to look forward to. You know, because there's no end to it.
Right.
One day you drop dead and that's the end to it. But
Exactly.
until then, you always want to have a new road to explore, a new country to explore, new people to meet,
Yeah.
and new fun to have.
Sweet. Good. Thank you, Andy.
Yes, please watch my friend Ricardo in Moto and watch his YouTube channel, or is it your blog? And there's some good information on there
Yeah.
and some interesting rides.
Sweet.
To
Thank you, Andy, for your time, your patience.
Up one.
Yeah. There is the Suzuki. Telling to the people what model is.
DR650 Suzuki.
Nice. DR 650, right? 650. Very nice. Okay. Thank you, Andy, for everything, your time. Yeah. Keep riding and keep safe.
amigo.
Yeah. Thank you.